Virgo Lounge. It's your girl Trinice
and Foxy B
and Kimora here, and today we have a special guest. So you're gonna say your name and your sign.
Keisha, and I'm a Capricorn.
Woo! Hey, Earth signs in the house.
So I know you guys seen a viral video of Miss Foxy B talking about the kids with the nappy hair. So today's conversation is going to be about interracial dating, and we're going to pick it up from there. So Foxy, go ahead.
I said what I said.
And I said, no, you didn't say that.
And I said what I said.
So why
did
you say
not
that?
Listen here. Boo. Listen here. I said I would not have any kids from a black man because I didn't want them to have nappy hair.
And you said it was a story behind that.
I didn't tell the whole world of the story behind it. I told you.
Okay,
but
what's
since
the story?
you brought it
Because
up,
I can't wait to hear this story about the nappy hair and what.
I'm going to tell you where it comes from. Listen. Okay. Young age, I'm going to say about 12 or whatever, and I had to catch the city bus after school, right? So this lady came up, and she had two kids. And more than obvious, as you can see that her kids is totally different from her.
Right.
Now, being that age, you knew it was there, but you didn't know the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, oh, I love your kid's hair. She just said, oh, yeah, I didn't want their hair to be like mine. Of course, she's fully black, and you can see that her kids was something that's at my age. I'm like, okay, I don't know nothing about biracial or whatever. So I said, well, can I touch your kid's hair? She said, sure. The hair was soft and manageable, just like the baby dolls we played with back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So as a kid, that registered. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, I said, well, I want my kids to have hair like that. You know what I'm saying? Not to be racist as you put it, but that's where that come from.
Okay.
So, first of all, soft hair makes it good hair? I don't understand.
Listen, when you are on that age too, we didn't have baby dolls that looked like us, did we? No, we did not. What kind of baby dolls we had growing up? The ones with that good hair and white. Now don't get me wrong, nowadays they have baby dolls that look like us. But back then they did not. So actually that lady kids felt like my baby dolls I played with. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from.
But see, me as a child, I was going around planning people hair like ours. So,
Okay, but that's you.
So, like, this is all I see in person. So, this is what I love. This is what, like for me, like the word nappy, like you saying it was a bad thing.
Okay, maybe I should say kinky.
That's more,
maybe I should say kinky.
more subtle and appropriate.
But no, nappy is true, because black people need a perm.
And then
What? First of all,
listen.
it's not called a perm.
They gonna,
It's called a relaxer.
Let the cosmetology instructor speak.
Relaxer. But I get it.
But we don't need a relaxer. We don't need a
Oh, come on,
relaxer.
like, we done had them straightening combs back in the day.
Texturizer.
Oh, I still feel.
But why we can't wear our hair in a puff like she has, and it's just totally fine?
Well, first
Why
of
they don't look cute to you?
because some of us don't even go in the little ponytail, honey. But when you
But why is that?
Some people have a pony, no too.
when you
But why
your
is
hair
that?
automatically is long, and you don't have to.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Well, my
If-
side not long because my mama gave me a perm when I was younger.
we all know that. Listen, they make it seem like I don't date men. I have dated a black man. No. But I have had kids from him? No.
But why wouldn't you want to have a child from
No,
a
but
black
don't get
man?
me wrong, my black man, for some reason, he had a good texture of hair. Again, no, because I'm not taking that risk for my child to have my hair like mine.
So what is a good texture hair? And what if you were white up here saying that? How would y'all feel?
Okay, well,
if she was a white lady up
that's
here
a
saying
white woman's preference. Same way I'm a black woman, that's my preference.
So y'all wouldn't feel no type of way if
No.
a white woman was
No.
up here saying that?
No.
What about you, Kamala?
No.
I feel like it would come off differently if it was a white woman saying
Exactly.
that, because if you're white, of course you don't have kinky hair. So the fact of her being black, I feel like she can speak on it because she's black.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it might sound kind of crazy, but I feel like if a white person was up here, they wouldn't even say nappy hair. They would say kinky. That's what they would refer to. Oh, you have such kinky hair.
I dare
You
them
know,
say nappy
They
hair.
wouldn't say nappy. So I feel like it's one of those cultural
But
things.
even
you
if
know?
I'm black and I said something about another black man, my best friend, he got mad at me and don't want to talk to me because I said something about black people.
And that's when it becomes a preference or perspective.
Thank
type of
you.
thing.
That's
So-
that's the key word I need to hear. preference, people. Learn the word preference.
But you know what my problem is? When you say their hair is better than a black person's hair.
But I didn't say that.
Oh.
I said that's my preference. I believe that's why God didn't give me a girl. Because I'm late. I'm not going to be going through all that shit. You got me crazy. Listen here. That's my preference. If I chose to have my kids from somewhere else to have their hair a different texture other than mine.
So what if it would have came out just like yours?
I would have died. But anyway.
Well, in that case,
What?
In that case, you got lucky.
I got lucky. Thank you.
Is it that serious?
I would have gave my baby to my sister if it would have came out black.
What?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. My kids are different shades. They may be mixed with Spanish, but they are definitely different shades. I have a light one. I have a medium one. I have a dark one. Do I love them in different because of their shades of their color and the shades of their skin? No.
But
they're mine. Okay. That's it.
But some people, they, like her, she said that if her child would have came out black, she would have left it to her sister. Like, what do you think about people that say things like that?
That's her preference.
No, you're going to give your whole child away?
That's her. Who are we to judge anybody for their own preference? See, that's not a preference. That is a preference. No, because this is a goddamn America. The home of the brave, the worst, land of the free. The worst. You have the right to your own opinion, and you got the right to your own preference. Who fucking like it or not, whether you white, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever.
You can say what you want to say.
Preference you choose for your life because that's your life. If you choose to feel some kind of way because of your life, not your life, not no but yours, is who damn reason to give judge you because of your own preference.
Look, I got something to say. And if it's called judgment, I don't care.
It's judgment.
I'm being brutally honest, like for real. If you bring a child in this world and because that child has a handicap or some other, or they look different from you, or they're not the color you thought they should be, or they didn't have the hair that you thought that they should have, like what kind of parent are you?
Okay, we're trying to.
Well,
that's her
said
preference.
that I slept with a white man and then I turned around and my baby's black. That would have freaked me out.
But what if she came out looking just like you? What if your genes dominated and she came looking out just like you?
See,
Your
that was 17 years ago. I felt some type of way back then.
Oh, so you matured
and I feel better. And now that I know better, I did better.
And you actually have some black women who are with white men that their kids turn out looking exactly like that white man to the point people think you're the maid or you're the nanny. So okay then, that's her biological child, but her child ended up with the daddy's genes, blue eyes, blonde hair, light ass skin, and she got judged because they thought she was the nanny.
So what about like back in the day when we had no choice, when white men took advantage of black women, impregnated them,
and that's why we got light-skinned women like her.
Exactly. So, and that was against your will. That was against
your will,
a black woman's will. But now y'all wanna seek out to bring a child.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna try something different. Okay. Now, again, I had Spanish and I had black. It's time for me to go to the next one.
And they're real sweet. You should try it.
I am gonna try. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I told you.
White men are real sweet. Were they real sweet when they was doing that back in the days?
No, that's why black women look like her.
Oh,
that's why black women look like Rosa Parks. That's why black women look like Coretta Scott King. We got.
But that's what y'all want y'all kids to look like.
Well, I'm done with kids, so I got what I wanted. That's all.
Why not? Why would I want my kids to look like me?
Okay, but some of my kids do like me. Just they got better hair and better lighter skin. Well,
what makes their hair better?
Their hair is better. I ain't gotta worry about it.
What is better? Hair.
I ain't gotta worry about it. Even if their hair grow out, it's nice and curly. I ain't gotta worry about it.
Nice and curly means that
they ain't gotta break no combs or no picks on their
So
hair.
what if a group of white people were looking down on you saying, "Oh, your hair is not good. Oh, look, y'all."
I know that. They ain't
lying. And stuff like that.
Oh, they ain't lying. They telling the truth. I'd rather somebody tell me the truth than tell me the lie.
I respect that.
A lot of people walked up to me and told me that ain't my baby. I got somebody's child and being rude and all type of.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, my best friend, she has 2 children from Italian guy, and they're both look Italian, with a little bit of hint of, and they were like, "Oh, that's not your mom, Oh, you're not their mom." And so, like, you know, like, why would you want to put your children in that type of situation?
Listen, they're gonna face that anyway because of the world that we live in. My son, Spanish and black, well, Slacks and married. His wife is white. My grandkids is gonna face that in the world anyway because number one, they're gonna look at him. They're gonna mainly look at him because of this, even though he is biracial. They're gonna look at them and look at them and look at them. They're gonna face it anyway.
Exactly. So what's the problem?
So therefore, they're gonna learn, and he's teaching them both sides.
That's right. As you should. Like, you should not. And
I taught them not to forget who you are, because you are me, Bahamian and American. Your dad is Mexican, Indian. You don't forget no part of your DNA. They taught that. Bottom line.
Growing up, I was really like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. I was really like that. I didn't like black men, period.
So what made you say that? Was that because of an experience, or is it generally just a preference? What made you fully say, you know what, I just no longer want to deal with a black man. I'd rather switch over and deal with another race?
My first little boyfriend that I had, we went to the movies, and my auntie just bought me this big old nameplate. And first of all, I put it on his neck, and I never picked up the phone and never saw my nameplate again. So every time I did try to go out with a black man or something like that, it was always something.
So some type of negative experience.
Yes, it was never nothing positive. Or you just go talk to them, then they go and say they slept with you. It was just always something growing up with them.
So do you feel like that was just black men in itself, or the type of maybe black man you were born for?
Black men itself. Because I got my cousins and my brothers, and I see how they act with their women and their wives, and I don't want that mess.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you have only been around white men or Hispanic men or Italian men that treat you right at all the time.
Yeah. One could be a little meaner than the other one. I just say that with the white men, they're a little bit meaner. They got this streak about them, like a little jealousy can come over them. Now the Spanish, they a little protective. And black men, they just do too much.
Well, the one that you've been with or experienced.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my Spanish man was crazy.
So y'all relate on that topic?
To me, it's just like a man is just a man. Like, period.
Actually,
like, they're just men.
Yeah.
They are men.
But you got some Spanish man that was raised by a black mother. It depends on how they was raised as well.
That's
Yeah.
And how you present yourself. Now you come out like back then. I was more, hi, my name is Keisha. You know, I was really like that.
You was playing a
Oh,
part.
you were playing a part.
Yeah, I was
To
about
attract
that.
them.
I was about that
You
life.
like that white.
Yeah.
So you were playing a part to attract them.
You was Becky.
Okay.
Okay.
That's called Becky.
You
Pretty
was
much.
Becky. Okay. I got you.
So do you feel like a white man can deal with a strong black woman, female?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many white men have you encountered that dealt with a strong?
I haven't encountered none yet.
Oh, okay.
But he'd be walking in the room. I'm coming into my
To
room.
be honest, I don't think a black man would be able to deal with me.
And it's crazy you say that, because looking at you and your appearance, I would think that I can picture you with a black man. I know what type of black man would want to talk to you or would be attracted to you. So not saying that we're coming off the type of way, I wouldn't. You saying that white man or Hispanic man would be like more so, like I asked, like, how did it come to you? I would be a little taken back, because I would think that a black man would approach you first, just from the hair and how you are, and just, you know, just the aesthetics of how you look. I always, under my impression, and I haven't dealt with the white men before, but just from how I see them move, I just thought that the white women I see don't look like the black women, and you don't compare to a Karen. So if he was to stand next to you and a Karen, I would just automatically assume he's going to pick a Karen. But I feel like my preference is that, or my perspective is when a white man is dealing with a black person, it's more of a fetish type of thing, or it's something like jungle fever, or you know, you're hitting that.
Or you just want to try something.
Yeah, like you're you know, sometimes when you can't have something you're not supposed to have it, you want it more. So
But it works
Mhm.
better than having your own kind.
But
They work that.
They don't holler at me. They don't be like, hey. But the Spanish people like, oye, mami, que pasa? You know, and the black boys be looking like, ugh. So, they don't like me like that.
I think you attract what you like. Because you don't like them, you probably behave some type of way around them, you know?
That could be a thing.
And so, you know, just like you said, when you wanted the white man,
You're a Becky.
oh, yeah,
You're a Becky, boo.
you know? You made yourself softer, you made yourself appear more attractive to them. But if you came out like a Shaquita, yeah, my name's Shaquita, yeah, you were saying that you would not be as attractive to them.
But I don't see white men attracted to a strong
Shaquita?
black man.
Yes.
Where
They
you
are
seen that?
attracted to
Where?
You don't know my life. You don't know where I've been.
Okay, tell me.
So I have seen a lot of white men that like that strong black woman that's dominant. They like that.
Because most of them don't like,
Okay,
they like softness.
No, they don't.
Like,
not these
okay.
days.
Well,
Not
I'm
these
gonna
days.
pause it right there because you do have some men who like dominatrix and things like that. So
Thank
like when
you.
you whip them and talk down to them and
do
say,
that.
I'm
Come
gonna-
on.
You got,
Hold on.
you got a 50 Shades of Black on?
Hold on. I had a black man had handcuffs and role playing. I'm the nurse, he the patient.
Hello.
Okay, he the burglar. I'm the victim. Like he breaking. I had a black man and I did all that. So what is the difference in his skin color?
We talking about white men right now.
No, we talking about interracial. I did all that freak stuff with a black man.
With a black man.
With a black man.
Okay.
Okay, white men like that kind of freaky stuff.
And they will be loyal with it. They will be loyal with it.
And they will be loyal to it. Yes, I want me. You since you
Please, white man.
Hi, white man. Since she said the 50 Shades of Grey, Christian, where you at?
I said 50
Where
Shades of
are
Black.
you? Christian, tie me up, Christian.
And you can get 50 Shades of
Yeah,
Foxy.
get the same topic. That's right.
I said 50 Shades of Black.
No, okay, 50 Shades of Black. Okay, but I want 50 Shades of Grey. I want Christian. That's what I want. Tie me up.
Once
With
you
me.
go white, no more collard greens at night. And I never ate collard greens.
Girl, shut the frick up.
Listen here, white man or no white man, I'm sticking with my collard greens.
Say that
And
again.
I like a lot of milk in my coffee. We ain't doing that.
What?
Ooh,
Not
shit.
that.
Once you go white,
Good
Well, these
shit.
black men really come with drama. So once you go white, no collard greens at night, baby. And I don't eat collard greens. And let me tell you something. I like my coffee with a lot of cream. I'm not doing
but you like that little pork pigtail that be inside of it. I bet you that.
That's okay. That's okay. That's
You
okay.
like that little pork
Maybe
pigtail.
that's why I like a lot of cream in
And
my
he ain't gonna make you that.
Lord,
And he ain't gonna make you that.
that's okay. But y'all be worried about these white men calling y'all, and they all white people are not the same.
No, they're
all black people are not the same.
No, they're not.
Now, to find a good black man that gonna treat you like the queen that you need to be, deserve to be treated like, needle in a haystack.
Amen.
So I would rather go the opposite direction to make it easier. Hello, white men.
I feel like
Single.
when you dating in a relationship, like you have to sift through the bull crap. You gotta sift through. You gotta date. You have to have your preferences, and you gotta date and see who's good for you. And when you find that right one, but if you're going for 1, 2, no, you gotta sift through these.
Everyone has their baggage, so you
Yes.
just really go through
Yes.
that bag that a duffel bag they bring with in a relationship, and you go through it. Everyone has their
Well, that's
flaws.
the end of grace, though. Y'all trying to say it's a problem when it's a white
No,
person.
it's not a problem.
Y'all
You
have to
just
realize
gotta
that-
pick your flavor.
My problem with that is if you say it like they're better than black men. I don't like that.
No, nobody never said that. Let's make that correction.
But that's how y'all make
No.
it seem. The hair's better, better.
That's
better.
we talking
Better
about relationship. We
treatment.
talking about the kids. Listen again. My kids is fully grown. I got what I wanted. Move on. Now I want to try a white man. I'm trying to say a white man is better than a black man. Never said that. But look at it. Y'all so worried about white man calling you the N-word, but what about these black men in black on black relationships calling these women bitches and hoes and beating them? Y'all not saying nothing like that, but only thing this world see, y'all see, is color. Or you so scared they'll call you a nigger when they get mad at you. Listen, when a white man is dating a black woman, they understand that assignment. They know not to say that word. Then y'all worry about your hair. When a white man is dating a black woman or interested in a black woman, he knows she likes to wear her wigs. He knows she likes to wear her braids or her plaits. So that's something he has accepted about that black woman. Whether the world like it or not, whether the world can kiss everybody's ass, let that man happy.
But I know a lot of white men that like black women that act like white women.
That's their preference.
Exactly.
That's their preference. Say when that's a black woman who likes to date white men, that's her preference. So if a white man likes a black woman that acts white, that's his preference. But a real white man that likes black women, you're going to step that woman's culture. Sorry, the wigs, the weave, the braids, the plaits, whether she wear her fake tarantula eyelashes, he's going to accept that all about her because why? He understands that assignment.
But
he knows what comes with that.
I rarely see a white man with a black woman like that.
That's a lie.
That's the problem. Not saying that way, but it's right here. It's right here.
Like, no, I rarely see that.
But
she's
been with one white man that I know. She's been with one white man that I know. The other one was Italian, Hispanic.
That's a different race.
Exactly. That's why I say she's been with one white man that I know.
Black and white. There's Spanish people out here who's racist. There's, say, Italian people that's racist. But you people, America, only sees black and white, and that's not what makes up the world. Black and white does not make up the world. Sorry.
No, of course not.
So would you say that because of your dating preference, you have been judged by your community or people?
Yeah, I lost friends and everything because I don't date black men, and I lost a lot of people in my life because they feel like I'm being racist.
What makes you racist because you choose to date another race. So therefore my son is racist because he married to a white woman, right? Is that what they're saying?
That's what they're saying. They put me down, they yell at me, they get mad, but that's just what it is.
So it doesn't matter that you're happy with this other race versus you're not happy with your own kind.
That's what people trying to say.
That's America.
I feel like she never gave him too much of a chance. You dated a black man early in your early years of life. Like I feel like you never dated a black man early as you matured or later in your life.
But
so,
that's her preference.
But I
it's
really
fine
give it
with
a
her
chance
preference
because I see how my cousins, my brother,
that's
my
what I'm
dad,
saying.
like they ain't no good. Like it's real.
Thank you.
It's true.
But
Like,
to
no,
me,
I
it's like I'm trying to get you to try new food, and you're like, no, because how
That's
it
your
works
preference.
and what I've seen. But I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it
I
because
feel like if I try a black man, it's just like an allergy. I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna need a shot. I'm
You know,
gonna need all that.
I don't feel like it because I dated a black man for 14 and a half years. So I have had it. So, because I want to try something different,
no,
I'm being
fine.
judged for being a racist. I'm not a racist. You
No.
can't say I'm a racist because I'm a Like I said, I only been in 2 relationships, Spanish and black. Let me go to white. Now, if white don't work out, I'm probably going to Asian. I'll probably go to an Arab. I'll probably go, down the line to make sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's not good black men out there, but it's like a needle in the haystack to find that one that will respect you and treat you like you need to be treated. It's an African queen. Sorry.
So what happened? Because I remember you was dating an African at one time. What happened with that? How did you feel
That
about
was just
that?
conversation.
Oh, okay.
I run shit. You gotta do what I say. You mean the one from Nigeria?
Yeah.
You gotta do what I say.
Oh, he wants you to do what he said?
No, yeah, that's not happening.
Well, what happened to being submissive to all that?
That's
Like,
submissive shit. Listen,
what happened?
That's submissive shit. Now I know, according to the Bible, don't get me wrong,
Oh.
you're supposed to. You're supposed to. But some men would take that to the head and think, listen, not Foxy B, I would never say it depend on no man's money.
No, not to
never
depend
do that.
on them.
And then they take that to control you. They take a Bible verse and flip it into their own way and think they could do this and that, and you go sit there and take that shit. You got me messed up if I ever sit there ever again. No.
So, what if a man? So, okay, y'all in a relationship, okay?
And he's
and
submissive to me?
This man, at the end of the day, so you don't believe a man has. If this man is on the right track, he's leading you in the right way. You don't feel like that man has, like, if you guys are trying to make a decision, that he should have the final say so over the household. You don't believe that a man is the head of the household?
No, I ain't know. Sorry. And from what I've seen, they take advantage of that. It's gonna be teamwork, baby. I'm sorry.
It's just gonna be like how it was back in the days.
Yeah.
They're gonna treat
Back
you
in
like
what?
back in the days.
They said that could be like slavery back then?
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. When you give a man full control of you, they gonna feel like they master.
No, you're not giving them full control over you. But what happened to the days where, you know, you have a household and then, okay, the man is the leader of the household and you are right there by his side as his helper, as his helpmate.
No, I'm not.
What happened to all that? What happened to all that?
No. It's a partnership, a team effort. Ain't we no helper. I'm not.
Okay, but you gotta remember that a woman was designed as a helpmate.
No,
But now,
that's not how it is now.
2025.
That's not how it is now. Because men will take control of that. Whether you black or white or whatever color you are, they take that and flip into their own meaning of submission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get in there and cook my dinner.
No, why would that be submission?
I don't look at it so that deep of an extent. Someone's bossing you around or doing whatever, but I understand where you're coming from. And how I grew up, you know, the man is the head of the household. Not saying that what you say doesn't matter, but they always say behind every strong man is a strong woman. So
there you go.
You need someone to guide you or build you up. You can have a man that might have a good vision, but he doesn't know how to go down the path. So when you have a woman that will help you,
teamwork.
it's teamwork.
That's how I look at it.
I think the perspective she's coming from, and like I grew up, and I was brought up in that household as well. Of course, as a woman, have your own mind, but when they're saying the man is more so the head of the household, whether he has the final decisions or whatever, or he's making majority of the decisions, it's just someone who's able to. We can talk together. So maybe that's your preference in your relationship. It's a joint thing. Like some people have joint accounts. You can have separate accounts. You can have joint accounts. But it's all about who's gonna lead you. You can still be your own person and lead down Foxy's path. But if you have a man, you don't want that man coming down Foxy's path. You want him to make a path for both of you guys and to say, okay. So that's why she's saying head of the. You don't think he's the head.
Okay.
That's what she's coming from. You want
if it's positive and this and that, I might listen.
So it don't matter who paying the bills, because if I'm paying my own bills, you ain't finna tell me what to do.
In my own house.
And that's
my house. So it's my house. So if I get a man, he gonna do what I say.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna listen to no.
So basically, you're demasculating a man. Like you're making him into a freaking punk. Like
I'm not making him to a punk.
Like
she's in her own space. I'm in my own space. You're not gonna control my space and your space too.
And see, but this is why a lot of women are single nowadays.
I'm glad
because a man want to be able to come in and do something. Like most men want to be able to provide.
There's
do
nothing wrong with that.
For you.
If
you're taking everything away.
I ain't taking it away. This is my space.
Being able to provide is one thing, but I think if y'all in your own space, no one should come into your space telling you.
Thank you.
I agree
Hold on. If we're under the same roof, there's a whole different thing to that. But if I'm in my space and he in his space,
that's different.
That's different.
Come over here and be like,
I'm moving your house and tell
me what to do. Exactly.
Not like that. I mean, like if y'all building something together.
If we building something together, yes. Both of our opinions matter. I'm not going. If I'm saying doing something wrong, I want him to say no. That's wrong, boo boo. That's wrong. No, I want that. I don't want no weak ass man.
That's what I'm saying. So you want him to be weak to you?
No.
I want a man weaker than me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm running that.
But I think initially how y'all first said it came off like I wear the pants. And I'm gonna tell you when to put them on. That's not.
Yes.
You know, if you're gonna lead like that, I don't think unless you get a man that's a pushover. If
I don't want Okay, but let me make that clear. I don't want no man that I'm gonna run over.
She don't want.
I don't want that.
Carpet. We call it a carpet.
I don't want a white man that I can run over. No, I want him to be strong and firm with my ass. At the same time, a spoiled brat.
I'm saying you gotta have a man that's gonna love you for who you are. Right? For example, everybody knew Chris and how amazing he was. Why was Chris so amazing? Because Chris let me be me. Mm-hmm. He didn't try to change me. He didn't try to tell me where to go. He didn't tell me what to do. Mm-hmm. He just let me be me. And once you let a woman be herself, teamwork automatically come in, everything come in. When you're trying to control everything, talking about you came from my rib and all that, you don't use the Bible against your relationship anyway.
Thank you.
But at the end of the day, you got a lot of strong black men. Will I be able to be with a black man? No. Because they got a lot of ego and they you can't come over there playing.